Hi, it's Deb from Deb's Days Designs, and I'm back with another project. Today we're making this quilted shamrock pot holder. We'll use up some fabric strips for the front using the quilt as you go method, and add the shamrocks on top with a little raw edge applique. It's a cute little St. Patrick's Day sewing project that'll brighten up your kitchen for the holiday.
Before I get started, I publish new content frequently, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel or stop by the blog at debsdays.com. And check out my Etsy shop, Deb's Days Designs.
That's where you'll find a digital version of this project. You can download it at home and print out the entire pattern. It has the materials list and cutting measurements, step-by-step written instructions, color photos, and the printable template. Or, to save paper, just read through the directions on your device and then print out just the template page. All right, let's get this project started. Along with your regular sewing supplies for this project, you'll need fabric strips, a backing fabric, fabric for the shamrocks, fabric for an optional hanging loop, cotton batting and Insul Bright, a paper-backed fusible web like Heat and Bond Light, and of course the printable templates. Since this is truly a scrap fabric project, I sewed my fabric scraps together to make longer strips. First, place the backing fabric with the wrong side of the fabric facing up. Center the piece of batting and Insul Bright in the middle and baste the stack together to limit shifting during stitching. Place one of the fabric strips diagonally with the right side of the fabric facing up. Place another strip on top with the right side of the fabric facing down and align the right edges on the long side of the strips and pin them in place. Stitch along the long edge using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Since we're using the backing piece as a binding, do not stitch beyond the edge of the batting. Press it open. Place another strip on top of the last strip, right sides facing each other, and stitch using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Press it open. Continue adding and sewing strips until you reach the corner of the batting. Turn the piece around and follow the same technique to add the rest of the strips. And fold the backing out of the way and very carefully trim away the excess ends of the strips without cutting into the backing. Turn the piece right side up. Trim the backing fabric so it measures 1 1/4 inches away from the edge of the front fabric. To create the binding and mitered corners, fold the corner of the backing so it meets the corner of the front piece and press it. Open up the fold and cut on the creased line, and do the same for all 4 corners. Fold the cut corner over the corner of the front piece and press it. Fold the side so the raw edges of the backing meet near the raw edges of the front and press it. Fold the backing fabric over one more time so it becomes the binding on the front and press it. Follow the same technique all around the pot holder. Adjust the mitered corners if necessary. Top stitch around the outside near the open edge of the binding. Trace the shamrocks onto the paper side of the fusible web. Cut out each piece about a 1/4 inch outside the tracing lines. Following the manufacturer's directions, fuse the pieces to the wrong side of the appropriate colors of fabrics and let them cool. Then cut the pieces out along the traced lines. Remove the paper backing from the fusible web and center and arrange the shamrocks on the front fabric piece and fuse them into place. Finish the design by stitching around the raw edges of each of the fabric pieces with blanket, zigzag, satin, or straight stitches. I like to try out different stitch lengths and widths on fabric scraps before I work on the applique piece. To make the optional hanging loop, fold the fabric strip in half lengthwise with the wrong sides of the fabric facing each other, press it to make a crease, and open it back up. Fold one side to the midpoint crease and press it. Fold the other side to the midpoint crease and press it. Fold the entire piece over and press it. Top stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the edges all the way across and around the fabric strip. Fold the strip in half to make a loop. With the loop facing down, pin the raw edges of the loop to the top of the back of the pot holder between the top stitching and the edge of the pot holder. Secure the loop in place by stitching over the pot holder's previous top stitching. Press the loop up and stitch across the loop one last time to hold the loop in the upward position. And just like that, you've made your own handmade quilted shamrock potholder for St. Patrick's Day.
See you next time with another project.